over 131 feet into the net below. As you can imagine, the drop down feels much longer than it actually is. The fact that it's inside the cooling tower makes it that much more surreal. A fall like this is not for the faint of heart. If you think you can handle it, the Orlando Towers await you. Number 4, Zoom and Charo Drop of Doom at New Jersey's Six Flags Great Adventure. In 2005, Six Flags stunned the amusement industry by opening your mind impressive
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello.
Hi.
That's the jag calling. Let me kick over real quick. Then let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you back my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's fast to the money low. I'ma grab the brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like 10 for. And that's will make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she ain't. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Godden with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Set. 230. Right there. 56. Hey, watch the slant.
First carry for James Conner. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
Black 20. 54 Mike. Bandit. Bandit. Luther,
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
50, Black 20. Check 56. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Ben to throw again. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo now.
What?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
What up?
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down.
Don't you forget to like my stream, guys.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Hi.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. The defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. On the return, it's James. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown and for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left for a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Coleman now trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
In back. You play in Madden now, cool. Oh no, you're back and TLOL emoji happy tears.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
LOL.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Sorry about that, LOL emoji happy tears.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hey.
They go play action here on first down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Hyperskate TVO. What's up? URL.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Anyone 1-0 for 1-0 with likes and subs.
Passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive
I
line and running
haven't
game
subscribed
imposing
yet.
its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. Pull together.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I do never mind.
20. Here we go. All day. Defense all day.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's able to put it through. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Sub to this link if you want love
Nothing fancy
URL.
on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Garoppolo already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that's complete to
Sub
Sanders.
999 your
And he
eyes
gets
or
it
I will
inside
sub.
the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, it's caught by Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
How many times do we hear from coaches getting north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards.
IW swap. Sup.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep.
Sub say 999, your eyes are on one sub.
He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. but just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play.
Colton sub to moving around.
In terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
They'll run on first down. Connor tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey now. Hey awesome.
Second down. Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end Gentry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route,
Hey,
letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes,
Daniel
athlete, the
Sub to
chance to
move
make
you
something
around.
happen once he has the ball in his
Hey
hands.
brother. Or I bend.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg.
No.
That's complete to his running back Connor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
No stop, MOG stop sign. How you doing awesome? Daniel it as a sub swap stream. Then you have to sub URL.
13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Okay, MOG okay, I forgot.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that.
Did you sub Daniel?
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is
Not yet, my team is on one solid as a waste.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Ben to throw again. He's got the tight end, Vanette. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Awesome is the PS4.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. So So a passing touchdown on 3rd and goal from the 1. You like the play call?
I like any call that ends up as a touchdown.
I guess
of course, that's a really good call. But in this case, I liked it a lot because maybe they just didn't feel confident in running the football in that situation.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Okay, I will leave soon. Battery low.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 72 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
New LOL, emoji happy tears.
Here we go, here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. The Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go. 180.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And Not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor.
Swap anyone.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team, keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
NASA 1K
Garoppolo
subs
going to bring the
back.
Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're
Thank
hoping,
you, bro. Keep
this big
grinding,
defensive
bro.
lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
7 lines already
Enough
won.
to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Make the
And
day
now with that
highlight.
completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Thanks.
Garoppolo now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how
No
difficult
problem.
it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Sanders Steelers has it over the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two. I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And, Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They will run again with Coleman. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Watch that.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 64 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Gold to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Connor. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go. Black 80!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. T.J. Watt leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Gold is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Hey.
What's up? Kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to counter, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now counter, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try and run for it with counter, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Here we go. Here we go. Navy! Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Throwing up first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Roethlisberger now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
2nd and 12. Roethlisberger. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. James now to return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Hey.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Back to you.
Coleman now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 88 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I'm fighting the 49ers and the Steelers right now. The 49ers are beating the Steelers by 2.
Bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy.
Hey man, I am back.
What you
The
doing?
San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of air
I
out of the
forgot
ball,
they were
right?
so
Maybe
old.
milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
How's your
On the counter,
replacement?
here's Coleman. This will go
Hey,
for
I'm
5
still
up
in
to
the
the
nervous.
33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so
Did you hang out
fast
with
as to leave
Troy
too much time on the clock.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's go.
Enzo the same height as me? Well, he's shorter than I am?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I think it's my
This
fault.
defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a
What up,
score,
here?
but they can't be
Oh, hey,
so
Chiefs
aggressive
fan.
as to give up their edge, their gaps.
Hey,
and the
MOG
offensive
waving
big
hand.
play.
Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first
But in
down.
real life,
He's been
they
the
do.
go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's
They
going
need
to get
help
the
with
ball.
their
He has a
defense.
knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey Daniel, emoji oncoming fist, emoji oncoming fist, emoji fire, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand.
Have you heard of the movie Invincible?
And he hits his running
Hey,
back.
emoji waving hand, emoji right facing fist.
Who plays in that
Down to the
movie?
45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down,
all,
stomp down. How about
emoji
that?
fire, keep lines
They
grow.
are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey yo Daniel and also how
Where
both
they go
doing.
back to 1971. Yeah, watch that one. Have you watched Friday Night Lights?
I am good. 9-0 let's go.
Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yes.
I have to.
Here's Coleman.
No dislikes, let's go.
6 down inside the 40. Good gain there on
Let's
first
go.
down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hold.
It is
for him.
21
Ends up
years
picking up
old.
Nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this
Yeah.
scenario right
WTF.
now, and they want to stay that way.
Hopefully we can keep this up.
They never replaced me.
Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Garoppolo looking to throw on
5
3rd and
minutes
2.
left
He's got his man. It's
in the
Kendrick
game.
Bourne. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard
I
line.
don't think the Steelers will come back.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had
I
to
was
throw the
going to
ball
play
third
the
down.
loss
Got the big
Chargers
completion in the
Jaguars
pickup.
today, but
Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
I think the Chargers need help.
Here we go, here we go. By 20!
Phillip Rivers is okay.
They'll run with Coleman on
Has the
first
Chargers
down.
won a Super
And
Bowl
for one of the
before?
first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there
Raiders
by
have.
Mark Barron.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making
So have
plays
the
near the
Eagles.
line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This drive's
Oh, no,
taking
they
more than
won-
3 minutes
they
off
won
the clock
twice.
already as
Twice.
they come up on
Or
second
they won
down.
the second one a
They'll
long
keep it on the
time.
ground. Coleman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty
Over
good
at
about
Eagles.
getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One of the
Guess what
bigger
the
plays in
overall
game thus far.
Madden
The crowd
20 for the
getting
Dolphins
into it
are?
as we come up on a big 3rd down.
68. That's
Garoppolo
low.
now. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk.
Oh,
into the
49ers
end zone.
just
It's a
scored.
49er touchdown. George
42
Kittle,
for
his second
34.
touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to
And then
lead in
check
the
up
game,
on
you
how
get to
you're
put in
doing,
contributors.
bro.
That's his
BTS
second
dislike.
touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Haters. Steelers.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's get it. I always get dislikes when I play Madden LOL. Emoji happy tears.
25,
Win.
couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
We got this.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
On they
When you
just
start
haters.
plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from
Look
what
at
you
the
did
clock.
before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll
That
make some
had him on the
adjustments.
game, bro. Let's get 100
Steelers
comments.
with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
ID.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
LOL.
Catch made by
They
Johnson.
don't have time to
He's
come
brought
back.
down after a very nice
Hmm.
gain. 23 yards on the play. A good start there on
Emoji
1st down.
pensive
They've got to
face.
have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Yeah, you're right, it's too low.
Like 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We wait, sir. Flag is on.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
Come back.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack,
Disappointed.
you're really almost discrediting their work.
Roethlisberger.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Wilbur.
On second
Steelers
down,
are into what
Samuels.
they used to Ben Roethlisberger is too old now.
As he'll be
49ers
taken
win.
down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3
Terrible.
yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
I am going to play some basketball next. Is too old.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
New Chiefs and Ravens tomorrow.
So the Steelers
That was a
football
glitch.
as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Roethlisberger will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
They beat the Packers. Chiefs or Ravens.
San Francisco gets set to go here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Then tomorrow do Patriots versus Bills.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down,
If you can.
it's Coleman.
I hate the Patriots.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Chiefs like the stream throw.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Patriots.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I like the stream.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, let's get savage.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into
Maybe he disliked the stream LOL. Emoji happy tears.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not
What I like LOL. Emoji happy tears. Emoji
It's
smith.
well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 9. 1:36 to go. They'll need a score here.
When you realized that the two disappeared and went back to 1.
First things first. 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team.
What, maybe they watching the stream because it's still.
One riffs, the other's right there to pick them up.
2 on my
they
stream.
are shredding them in this ball game.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Refresh your end grow.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
I refreshed it. It still says to the
Simple
slide.
there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
They came back to the slide to flight the stream on LOL. Emoji smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
To play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it.
Are you messing with me? LOL. Emoji happy tears.
Making its way back out there. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Chiefs fan.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Mike, here we go. 180! Here we go, T. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Alright, time to end the stream, guys.